Yo, how's it going? My name is Ducklord, and today we're going to be talking about a certain topic, the origin of my OC, Ducklord. So, first things first, sorry if you can see any lag with my drawing, and sorry if there's a ton of static. I hope it doesn't ruin your experience, but it probably will. So, well, enjoy. So to start things off on my origin story, I think we should go on to the topic of Discord. So on YouTube, there's a YouTuber named Revtrosity. He's a voice actor, and on one of his videos called "Saying a Lot of Things is Jevil," there was well, it was a popular video. I got in my notification, well not notifications, but recommendations, and I decided, hey, I'm going to watch this video. And I found the video pretty good, so I subscribed. And after a while, he posted a link to a Discord server. And I decided, hey, this would be a great way to make friends. And you know what I did? I joined it. So after a few weeks or months, I met some person. His name was Jevil, but I call him British Jevil because of his accent. And you know, we were talking one day casually about some random things, and midway through the conversation, I don't know why, but I posted this very adorable image of a duck. Like, look at him. Or her. I don't know the difference. But whatever. That's beside the point. They're absolutely adorable. So anyways. I posted that image of a duck. And, you know, somehow the British Jevil dude inspired me so much to draw something, some little costume on that duck. So, you know, I decided, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I drew a costume on a duck? And you know what I did? I drew the costume on the duck! I made Sir Quackington, the general of the duck army, able to take down an entire army by himself with just one quack. And, you know, it was a pretty funny joke, and you know, British Jevil somehow was so positive about my shitty drawing that I decided, hey, I'm going to continue doing art. And you know what I did? I continued doing art. And you know, I got a ton of requests from people, and the drawings actually became pretty popular on the server. And on the server, there was a few interesting people, you know. I met a lot of, well, cool, great artists on there, and, you know, eventually we became friends, and, you know, eventually I was invited to a certain Discord server. And on that Discord server, I met so many artists who were so good, and honestly, if I hadn't gotten that invite, I don't think I'd be doing art right now. But because of them, you know, I'm actually as good as I am now. So anyways, it was a huge step really, because it was the first time I ever went onto a public Discord server, and, you know, I was doing like a daily drawing of a duck each day, you know. It was really good practice. I'd recommend trying something like it, you know, if you're ever like trying to get good at art. And, you know, just using like some kind of base and just drawing over it over and over. I know it may seem weird, but it did help me learn to color, shade, and all that, and by meeting multiple artists who were nice, you know, it actually did improve my skills a good bit. So, anyways, you know, eventually I sort of took a few months break from drawing, because I doing a drawing every single day for like 2 months is going to cause a burnout, and, you know, I think it's, I thought that was going to be basically the end of my art, but, you know, Eventually I got an art tablet because my brother stopped using his one he got, so I decided, hey, can I have it? And sure. And then I got a professional art program, and I then eventually began to move on to, you know, drawing my own actual ducks. So it was a pretty huge leap, really. If you're happy doing art on a computer mouse, I'd recommend getting a drawing tablet eventually, because it's only going to improve your art skill massively. It'll be tough to learn at first, but it's still going to be pretty cool. So anyways, after a while, you know, I sort of for a while I did hate my OC because it was so bloody difficult to draw, and the only reason I'm good at it now is because of the fact I did a thing where I drew my OC for 14 days straight and eventually got used to it, so, you know. So anyways, this is how I used to draw the robe of my old OC, but, well, of my OC before, but now I sort of draw it like this because it's easier, and in some ways I like it more, but in others I don't, but for now I'm just gonna leave it at this. So anyways, what I usually worked on after the robe was the crown. So usually I erased the head up here, and I drew a little bit of fluff. Then I added what I call a base, and after drawing that, I sort of began to work on the crown. I wasn't really good at first, and I used to do the, well, cartoonish type of crown like this one, but honestly I suck at that, so I sort of don't do that anymore. And now I do this kind of a method where I make a bunch of like I'm not sure what they're called. I think they may be called arches, but I'm not very sure. But anyways, it was I like this type of crown, you know, it's very nice and stuff. So anyways, after drawing the arches and the cushions here, those two things, I then drew a gem up here. It was mainly to distract from the actual crown, because personally I'm pretty bad at drawing. Well, I suck at drawing crowns, really. So anyways, then I usually added a line here to make it look like something was holding it up from the back. Also, sorry about my terrible line work right now, not very good. You know, this commentating and drawing thing. So anyways, I usually then went to erase that section, and then I erased here, well, the sides of the head, all the way to the beak, and then on the right side of the head. So it may look weird at first, but this is actually a really important step to drawing Ducklord, in my opinion, because, well, I mean, I could do this like at step 1 basically, but I sort of suck at doing it, so I sort of don't. And besides, like, I don't know, I just like this method more. So anyways, after doing that, I usually just went ahead and added some lines here, you know, to make it look like the robe's actually a little bit more, you know, cloth-like. Then I added some things here to make it look more like fluff, and this was the basic process before coloring. So what I usually do now is I usually grab like red. So grab a red and use the fill tool, put them there, and then color in the same color red on the cushions of the crown. Whoops, okay, I have no idea why my thing lagged, sorry about that. So anyways, now I grab like an orange-yellow mix and use it for the beak. Then I grab a yellow and use it for the crown. And Then I use like a sky blue for the gem on top. So anyways, I think we'll start with the coloring of the robe. So what I do now, you grab a like half white, half red there. Then you grab a bit of a brighter red and place it here. Fill tool. And that's well basic shading for that section. So what I usually did after that was I grabbed the dark red, filled it in here, grabbed a darker one, filled it in. It's a pretty basic process. I think it's a very good, easy method for shading if you're new to art or whatever. I mean, there's a good few methods you can use. I might do a video about that later. And oh dear god, my thing is lagging. Sorry about that. Oh. So, anyways. Oh my god, my art program. Not the best time to be lagging or whatever, but... You know. So anyways, you grab, the color before this one. And, well, after this one. And just make it a little bit... Well, just make them go over onto the other one to make it look like the shading for underneath the, well, fur. Is it fur? I'm not really sure. But anyways, this is basically my method for shading. It's pretty simple. And oh my god, can my thing stop lagging? It's actually kind of getting funny now. But anyways, so grab that, mix it here, and then grab this and mix it there. Right, that's my basic shading for the robe. I don't add more than this usually. Sometimes I add like I do the same thing I did up here, but for these sections. But right now I'm gonna move on to the fluff because this is gonna be a harder section. So what I usually do is I grab a bright yellow for this section, and I then just use the fill tool on both these. Now I grab a whiter yellow and do it again. I know, very entertaining. So after that I add then a third layer and leave it at that because the white is, you know, the regular. So what I do after that, on the opposite side of the fluff, you grab a grayish color, mix it in here, fill it in. I'm very lucky that my little messy line art there is not screwing me over. Anyways, sorry about the messy line work and coloring, I'm not used to commentating. So anyways, you can see how basic my shading method is. I think it's great if you're trying to learn art and, you know, don't want to have to focus on anything too much. But, yeah. So fill them in. Now, usually I then next move on to the crown, which I have a pretty weird method I use here. So what I usually do is I grab a really bright yellow, and then I grab a bit darker of a yellow, and leave it at that on that side. Skip the actual yellow and grab a darker yellow, and then grab an even darker one. And basically I consider this my palette for the crown. It just looks like shading, but it is actually useful for the palette. So anyways, fill them in, fill this section. I think I'm gonna talk about a different thing I did, you know? So there's, in my history on Discord, I did a thing. It was called the Duck Bible. The Duck Bible was basically a joke about how, because, On the Discord servers, ducks basically became a religion. It was very funny. And I decided, hey, if I write a duck bible, it'd be great, because, you know, ducks funny. So after deciding, yeah, I want to write this book, I decided I was gonna just write in a Google document, and that went to shit very fast, because if you're not good at writing, I would not recommend rushing into something with so many ambitions. You need to plan ahead of time, because otherwise you lose track of what you want. And the issue was, I made ducks overpowered. That's literally the biggest issue. Never make all your characters overpowered. Because, like, when you describe, let's say, a nuclear bomb, and you try describing another nuclear bomb, you're just gonna be saying big or bigger and stuff, and just you're not really able to add much, you know, interesting story to it. Basically how the Duck Bible was gonna go, it was gonna be a story of Ducklord traveling around the universe and in-game universes to, you know, get allies to defeat the two main villains of the story, the original Duck and the Duck Tyrant. Both of them were they were meant to be really overpowered, and what Ducklord was doing through the whole story was he was grabbing... well, he was getting knights and stuff, and becoming allies with nations. Like, for example, I remember demons and snakes, turtles, cats, dogs. They were all gonna be allies and stuff. And the thing is, a thing I didn't mention before was the ducks were gonna be enemies with all other birds in the universe. And that was one of the main points of the story. So, a few unique characters would pop up, and they were called the breadknights. They were powerful characters that were non-ducks, you know. For one, I remember, like, one of the demons that Ducklord would have defeated would have become a breadknight, and right now I think there's around 8 breadknights. They're all actually based off of real people I've met on Discord, and you know, it's actually pretty cool. Like, I don't really remember all of them. I think it was Pikmin that one. No, wait. Seek, Pikmin, Nick, Pen. It's so hard to remember them all. God, well, I can't remember them all, but if I do remember them, I will add them in the description. So, right. Basically, you know, the ducks would gather allies to defeat the original Duck and Duck Tyrant. Judging by the name of the original Duck, you know, you can assume it's the first duck, but the thing is, it's the first living thing in the entire universe. And he would have created all other ducks using magic. Yes, it was a story about magical ducks with overpowered abilities. I know, a very intriguing story. And, you know, I don't really know what would have happened, because I really lost inspiration after thinking about a few things and thinking about how I was gonna write this in the future because of all the overpowered characters. I was thinking of rebooting the series like this year, but I really don't know how to write it still. I thought of a few cool ideas and how to nerf people and balance them, but I'm not that good of a writer. So anyways, yeah, it was a cool thing, but unfortunately I just lost inspiration for that. I wish I could have worked on it more, but... So my lesson, the lesson to be learned there is don't rush into things, especially not writing stuff. because you're gonna be stressed out and you're gonna be thinking about all the promises and stuff you make, and yada yada yada. It's not worth it. So I don't really know what to talk about. Actually, you know, I've got a good idea. So, well, no, I don't have a good idea. You know, I think I'm just gonna talk about the current drawing. So right now, I'm pretty much basically mostly done with the drawing. I sort of forgot to color in the gem. Okay, not my biggest brain moment. Right, I'll quickly do that. You just grab a brighter blue, and grab a darker blue, and bam, that's the gem. Right, so what you do after that, you grab, well no, this is what I usually do for like my line work. So what I usually do is I grab like the most common color on my drawing, and I usually grab a dark shade of it, and just color in my line work in that in the darker color. And it usually does improve the look of the drawing, in my opinion. I just realized I forgot to color in the beak. Dear God, I'm terrible with memory. Sorry if I seem a bit nervous or awkward during this, but yeah. Look, look. If I ever do more videos, then you can expect it to be better than this. So anyways, color in this. Right. And yes, I did used to draw beaks as a triangle. It just seemed easier, and it still got the point across. Though I'm pretty sure you can't really tell what this bird is meant to be because of it. So what I usually did after that was I grabbed a dark red and used that for the eyes. But I have a unique way to do eyes, which is just do 2 lines. I don't really know where I picked that up from, but I do like that kind of style. So anyways, I think I'm just gonna do like a simple background for the drawing. Right. Just grab a little bit of a green, put it down, grab a blue. Oh dear God, I think this blue is gonna crash my... yikes, it's a bit too bright. And by the way, just a note, remember to put the shading in the crown as well, the sky in the crown as well. It doesn't fill. Actually, I should have probably just done this, man. Oh my God. Well, that's a nice outline. I'm gonna fill that in. Right, so this I probably should have done. Well, I'll make sure to do that next time. So anyways, what I usually do now is I grab the magic wand tool and click it on the green. Then I grab a brighter green than the one I currently have, and select foreground transparent, and select well, I don't select, I mean I just sort of drag it out this way, and then I grab a darker shade of green and do this so it looks like there's, you know, some lighting or shading. I'm not sure what the term is. If someone could tell me, that'd be nice. Thank you. Wait, what the hell? Oh my God, the lines duck haunt my dreams. Okay, I can leave that for now, I guess. Right, so what color is the background? Here we go, grab a nice bright blue. Grab a darker blue. Sorry if the drawing looks a bit poor. I just sort of, you know, not very good with it right now. Right. No! Okay, this is a very common mistake I do. I sort of mess up and forget to color in the white in these areas. So what I usually do is I just remove the background and fill in the white spots. And yep, I think that's all of them. Yep, perfect. And this is my old method for drawing Ducklord. By the way, just saying, this method is actually from WikiHow. I've been, I know the memes of WikiHow are pretty common and whatnot, but like, I think WikiHow is actually really helpful, and it has helped me discover how to draw a lot of stuff. So, give it a shot, make sure to check out the WikiHow page of how to draw ducks. It is very helpful. Anyways, there's not really much to talk about, so I think I'm gonna just leave it at here, and, well, I hope you enjoy. Have a nice one, and see ya!